hate that. Here I am walking around with the video on. It's on photo. Got a lot of stuff going on around here. Hey, got Zach.
How's it going?
How are you? How you doing, guys? YouTube land.
We're doing good.
I went over. I'm going to turn this off. All right, I'm going to be splicing this video up. There's a lot of stuff going on in there, man. A lot more. Not much outside right now because the winds are horrible. So they pushed everybody that was outside inside. That was good. Past year, pop-ups, you know, the kind of little 10 by 10 canopies were blowing all over the place. Anyways. Oh. That is cool. Remote control. Those guys are highly expensive mowers, though. But they can go on any hill, I mean, because they got the dual wheels on each side, and they can go at almost a 45-degree pitch. I've seen videos of that. All right, let's get out of the wind. Hey, that was a gentleman. Huh?
You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know nothing. That was a gentleman I was saying that in our other videos a couple of days ago that he did the wicking system. Thank God I can hear me very well out here, but that's what it takes to do your own farming. And what I mean is,
all the gas tubes and sacks. Well, you place your knife at the top of your palm, you go down like that. And this is just going to keep the guts away from your knife. That works, that's great.
I probably should give a warning. I'll do that. A note to myself. Give a warning before you guys see it. That's what this place is for. Pig over here, quail over there. The pig's done every year, and then they cook it over there, right here. Let me get out of the way. Alrighty, folks. Well, doing parking lot detail now. It's my time. Today and tomorrow, from 11:45 to 4:30 or something like that. And they're only open until 5, so 4:30. Anyways, we got the Dyer family farm over there, or Dyer family. I know it's the Dyers. I'm not really sure if it's the family farmer or what. I'll have to look it up. Then we got Chestnut Hills down there. And there's another couple. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel or not. So, get all the YouTubers out here to do the parking lot. You want to call me that. It's windy, of course. I'm using my truck to block it like I did last year. But last year I was standing on the other side because it was northern winds, 38 degrees with 20-mile-an-hour winds. It was cold. Today's not so bad as far as the cold. It's just the winds, you know. Anyways, so the parking lot is full. We're going to have stragglers coming in here. There's a lot of stuff going on inside. It's awesome. I mean, they've really got it going on this year. I mean, every year they grow, and they have another section over there, an outside tent, where they have another speaking engagement. They have inside the corral area where the tractors are, where they usually do like the pigs and all that stuff, pig shows. And this end here of this, I don't know what you call this here. Let's say it's a barn, but right in that door right there is where all the tractors are. And then they also have in that same area, they're showing the pheasant calling. And I showed you guys that. I showed you the pig, you know. Normally they do the pig on a Thursday with special seating. This time they did it out there right in front of everybody, which is cool. Because anybody who's interested can go see it that may have not have known about the Thursdays. But I think afterwards they cooked that one. And I think it might be tomorrow, unless you got to wait like you do cattle. I'm not sure if you have to wait, cattle, I think it's like 14 days. You got to let it hang for a bit. I'm not sure about pigs. That's one thing I wasn't able to stick around and see. I'll have to look it up on Google or something like that. But I think the next day you're able to cook it. I'm not sure. But, or that day, I'm not really sure yet. It's all a learning curve for me, you know. I'm a city boy from California. Living out here in the Okie area. The plateau of the Ozarks. It's really cool though. I know you learn a lot, and I'm gonna get my hands in it too eventually. Once I get done with this house. I'll be back. Hey all, welcome to Thompson Farmstead Adventures. Well, we are at the Okie Homesteading Expo, and today is the last day. And we're gonna go ahead and just walk around real quick and see what we got. Take a trip with us here.
Oh, yesterday. I spoke twice on soul. Once on solar and once on just preparedness, homestead preparedness. Okay.
So if you ever see, you're on Twitter, so I'll respond
I know,
once
yeah.
in a while
yeah.
on Twitter.
I appreciate that.
So
Who are you on Twitter?
I'm just me, Roy.
Oh, Roy?
Yeah.
Am I following you on there?
I probably not.
Well,
I try to remain incognito.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know you got to get in there and start a pot.
Yeah, and I used to do that under my other Twitter. I was Jennifer Aniston. And I even had Musk respond to one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's funny. So, yeah. Well, leave a comment there. If I see Roy on there, I'll follow you.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Nice to meet you.
All right,
And I'll talk to you later, bro.
I'll come down to your place.
Oh, you filming?
I just did, just
Okay.
real quick. I'll shut it off right now.
Yeah.
All right. I just found out that when my phone upgraded, it's got a pause button. I never had that before. Before you had the, hold on a second. Before, the only button that you had was to give yourself a light, if you needed the light, if you didn't pick it up, and to reverse it. Now it's got a pause button there, which is a pause feature, which is great. So that's perfect. Anyways, I'm out here in the corner, and today we're going to be probably cutting out about between 2 and 3 o'clock, because personally I don't see any reason after 2:30, give us people that are stuck outside a chance to go mix and mingle, because otherwise we got to, our shift was 11:45 to 4:30, and you figure that you got to get here really super early to be able to see what you want to see. But we have animals and stuff we got to take care of, so, and it's just and I'm in my 60s, so in pain. I had to leave yesterday early, unfortunately. I was back here in the corner, and man, my left hip was just on fire. It didn't help having new boots. And let me make sure my phone's running this time, because I just went through all this. All right. I just got done spewing all this up and then realized my phone wasn't even on. Anyways, I had new boots on too, so that didn't help either, doing all that walking with new boots. I need to break those in small little spurts. But yeah, my left hip was on fire. I left around 3 o'clock. They relieved me, Nico. NECO, I think it is. Came out and had the dyers kind of split up. The husband and wife team split up. So she came over here and he stayed over there. And I just went straight home. Took a handful of pills and relaxed and rested. Fell asleep in the chair. But today I'm feeling better. You know, another handful of pills, unfortunately. I brought some with me just in case. Because we're going to be the wife and I came together and we're going to be tearing down with them, putting all the chairs and stuff away, tables and all. And then we're going to run over to get some feed and everything. But a little bit of you know, if I don't have the house finished, if I don't have the house finished before the show next year, and my left hip replaced, I think we're just going to go ahead and pay, because we'll help them set up, we'll help them tear down, but to be here at certain times like this is just too much for my leg right now. You know, right now, today I'm actually able to sit in my truck. Yesterday I couldn't. I guess I could sit in it, but it was hard. It was hard for me to sit with my leg past or up to 90 degrees. Because normally I can't have it that far. But enough of that. I'm thinking that if I'm thinking that instead of helping them physically, maybe I'll help them by making some signs, exit signs, that we can put up along this fence line here, showing exit this way, and then put a big old exit sign over there. And they could be, you know, made out of canvas. We can roll them up and put them in a big old tube or something. And same thing out in the grass area out there, you know, put 2 T-posts and have them the little exit sign banners, you know, with the arrows pointing that way on both sides, you know, of it, and showing how to get out over by that side of the building, because that's where the exit's at. Nobody knows how to get out. And when we have a lot of people coming in this way, some people want to turn that way, and if you're standing here going, hey, hey, you know, trying to get their attention, they just go that way and try to zigzag in between the people and the cars that are coming in. And sometimes there's 2 lanes of people coming in, and we need some signs over here saying not an exit during the show, and then all that stuff can get taken down. Let's see if I can go. Like the people on the doing what I'm doing right now could be asked to take down all the signs and bring them back to the counter, and that way there's, you know, free will on the last day, you know, because then everybody's in a mad rush, especially the vendors, in a mad rush to pick up and get out of here. But the people that also live far away, if they stay till the end, that are here to help, or even just to see what's going on and learn, everybody's in a mad rush to get out. Then it's you got 2 exits at the end of the day. Anyways, that's just me rambling. But we'll be done here probably about 2:30. Roll up and head out and get over there and mix and mingle for a little bit, and then help them get all the tables and chairs and stuff put together. Real quick, all that tractor noise you hear back there, they're getting the arena ready for the rodeo. It's a small little tiny rodeo, small town. We're getting it all set up, so that means it's going to be happening. But wanting to do my directing here. Yeah, little tiny arena, four grandstands over there, one little tiny one here, and there's a bigger one on the other side. The announcer booth is usually right over in the center there. And oops, it's usually right in the center, but I think they can pick it up and move it. It might be one, might be a little tiny, one of those portable sheds that people turn into houses. I'm not sure where it's at. Oh, there it is, over there. It is. It's just full light. Zoom in. That's it. Hey, basics out here, brother. But, you know, that's what happens when you got living Tornado Alley, you know. Try to have nice stuff, but then it goes whoosh. Plus, it's always windy out here in Oklahoma. Oh, my gosh. Didn't realize how windy it was here. I thought it was more towards, like, the panhandle or, you know, along that border there, you know. But it's not. It's over here always. So, anyways, I'll show you guys some more stuff inside. All right, let's try this again. Last time I walked through here yesterday, I pushed photo instead of video. Now I know it's on video. What I wanted to show was, I have a picture of this. This is the bison pump. If you want to live off grid, or you even have a backup and dig a well, you know, you can get water from 50 feet down to whatever it takes, 3, 4, 5, 800 feet. But that bison pump holds a lot of water up inside, so you don't have to keep pumping. It's got its own check valve built inside of it, so you don't have to keep pumping all the way up. So that's nice. And my wife, she's over here. We just bought, where do we buy? Just give me the credit card. Excuse me. Just bought this one here. Got a free hat. Of course. Not too much. I thought some of these guys were like $300, $400, $500. It wasn't like, I don't know, I'm going to say between 150, 180. But at least we can get our own stuff milled and buy it raw and keep it long term, you know, in our Mylar bags that we do. Let's see what my wife's talking about. Let's go look at the little animals over here. What's up, y'all? Nah. Well,
That's all I have.
yeah, you tired? Want to go home and rest underneath your tire or something?
Any other questions about kitties?
That's what I want to do, goat meat. When I was a kid, I worked at my dad's shop and doing fabrication sheet metal, you know, for air conditioning, ducting. And there was a gentleman there named Ray. He brought in all these little tiny burritos, right? And he goes, here, try one. I go, what is it? He goes, goat. Well, you know what? I was a kid, man. I was a pizza, a hot dog kind of guy. And I tried that thing. I ate 7 or 8 of those burritos, man. That was like the best meat I ever had. And the only other place that I've ever had meat that tasted that good was this place called Tito's Tacos over in Anaheim, California, off of Ball Road and Beach Boulevard. And they made the best burritos and reminded me just like of that goat meat. Here's our local I'm gonna say librarian, but he owns his own bookstore. You want a book? Come down to Pryor. He's got them all.
I'm on camera. I'm selling books.
You're always on camera, man. We are being a human wall for the calves.
That's all just telling her. Yeah, I was literally just telling her.
Whoop! Little Bambi there.
He's getting video evidence.
Hey, stop.
I mean, my dog's listening like that, right? It kind of looks like the same. We don't know what breed it is. We've only had it for 6 weeks. Short hair. And she listened really well. We got her to be a companion to our Rottweiler because he just lays around and gets fat. And she's like, oh, chasing rabbits. She's like everywhere. She's always wanting to play.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool deal. That was exciting.
I gotta tell you. When you get ready to leave,
Huh?
more exciting when you get ready to leave.
Why is that?
If you guys aren't here, they may leave before they get on that trailer.
Well, they'll call us all.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Won't have all these tractors in here by the way.
Chain here. Chain. Into bed. Get in. Hello. Hey, Ben.
Question. Does every hammer have their own dog that listens to the commands, or does dogs listen to anybody?
It depends on the dog a little bit. This dog here, about anybody can use him to do the right commands because they'll be trained to have certain commands. Some dogs, only respond very well to one handler, but some of them let anybody with it. That dog there, lots of people can work him.
So it's just a matter of the words and commands,
Yeah, there's
whistles or whatever. Right?
Yeah, I know. I don't know the whistles. Who does the whistles that she uses? And a lot of the whistles are individual to the person. So you're not like if you're working because if you're working multiple dogs, you don't use the same whistle for the same command.
Yeah.
Or if you're working with somebody else, you don't want to be whistling the same command.
Right.
You know, because in the whistles useful when you're working outside and that dog maybe is further away. You can't yell at them and tell them to go away. But that whistle, with the dog chair, they hear that. So if you have a whistle from the go to come by or something.
Now they use a regular mechanical whistle? Or?
No, they've got a little, it's a little, I don't know how to describe it. It's a little flat with the drum through your mouth.
Gotcha.
And,
I lost my whistle when I got new teeth.
yeah, I lost mine when I lost that tooth. But,
I used to sound like a pickle of Pete, now I just sound like it fizzed out.
yeah.
Hardcore homestead prepper, self-reliant, community. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the thought process between a full-time gig and the typical homestead concept of we're gonna quit buying groceries, those two mentalities are not identical. There's a lot of really different kind of thinking. So, I'm not gonna stand up here and say, well, you should grow beets or pickles or...
Alrighty. So the wife's in there watching Joe Salatin. I just put a little blip in there. I've got them recorded from last year, and we're also signed up.
Don't go too far, please don't go too far.
And we're signed up to, oh my gosh,
A little bit more about my farm. I am fair.
I forget the name of I can't remember the channel, but anyway, he's on there. Homestead is the movie and all that stuff, the series and all that. So we can watch him all the time. And then I think we're going to take a trip towards him someday. Right now, I want to watch the dogs with the cattle.
Stop. Walk that. Right there. Stop. Watching. Walk it. Right there. Stop. Oh, well. Stop. Walk. Stop. Lay down. Stand down. So this dog has been trained to accomplish that kind of messes with their natural ability to just think on their own and bring stock to it. So he's very remote control. And so I can place him anywhere I want to place him around this cattle. So at competitions, we have to send our dogs out. It may be in an arena, it may be in a big field. They may have to go a quarter mile out to bring the calves in. In competition, we work 3 to 5 head of calves. So, work him on sheep, I can work him on goats. It's really hard to work him on goats because he knows he's going to get in trouble if he bites them. And then there's times when goats do need bit, when they're stomping their feet or ducking their head or trying to butt your dog. And he bites so hard, and he's never really been able to grasp the idea of bite soft. And now his daddy was a hard biting dog also, but I could tell him easy and he would reach out and just bite easy. This dog is not generally that way. So to ask him to bite something is not the greatest idea, especially on goats, because he's real liable to break a leg. It's just the way he is. Now this other dog, this next dog doesn't bite quite as hard. He's all in. If something looks at him, he's going to bite it. So to keep your stock dog broken, you'll see when I send this other dog around the calves, he'll probably get down there a lot quicker and he'll get through there on the fence and he won't be as patient with his stock as what the Salto we just did some swapping back. He's a real nice dog to use. I also teach clinics. I teach people how to train these dogs. I give lessons at our place. We live between Claremore and Pryor, and so we're not too far for either place. My main thing that I do is I train these dogs for a living. So if you have a dog that you want trained, it has to be a herding breed, it has to be a border collie. I do Australian Shepherds if they're bred to work cattle. And I do hanging tree dogs. I'll do a little bit of everything. I don't generally take healers. I have a friend in Western Oklahoma that does the healer training. I generally send them to him. Nothing against healers. I just prefer training these dogs that like to go out and round stock and not just a driving type dog. Like I said, the natural instinct is for them dogs to go around and bring stock to you. And then while we're training them, then we teach them to drive the cattle away, which goes against all grain. And if you've ever had a border collie, you've probably had that dilemma of, and I hear this all the time, I have this dog and every time I take him out there, and we're pushing cattle in, he keeps running to the front. And they're like, he's always in the way. We start to go in the gate, he runs to the front. Well, his natural instinct is go around, bring him to you. So to solve that problem, you go stand at the gate and you let the dog bring the cattle through the gate. So, but we also teach them to drive so that they're useful on all aspects of our work. So when we do that, walk up, Ben, walk. And he's just to walk straight into him. Stop. Oh, wait. Stop. Walk up. Stop. Stop. Walk up. Stop. Here. Bend. Here. Stop. Walk up. Stop. So his training has made him very usable in whether I'm pushing cattle or whether I'm asking him to bring cattle to me. Now, these particular dogs have been bred to work cattle for probably 30 or 40 years. So this line of dogs is specifically bred to bite by heart, which I told you that earlier. So most border collies, as most of you know, are bred to work sheep. And when they're working sheep, the only time that they should really have to bite a sheep is if you have a ewe with a lamb that's stomping her feet, standing them off, then they need to take a little bite on their nose and wait and let that sheep go on with their baby. Well, these dogs, they're bred to work cattle out on big ranches. Obviously coming from Australia, they're really big ranges, and that's why they have a little longer leg on them and the shorter haircut. Like I said, they bite hard and stop. And, but they're still good family pets. They're very trainable, even though they do have a really hard bite. But anyways, back to the what we do at our place there. My sister and my boyfriend Kelly. It sounds silly when you're 60 and you have a boyfriend, but I do. So, anyways, we bought this 20 acres out there at Claremore. It used to be Paws and Claws boarding. So we have a boarding facility there. It's now called Aunt T's for my sister Teresa. We bought that place in December, a year ago. We were supposed to take possession in June 1st last year. And as most of you know from this area, May 26th, tornado went right through our property that we had not lived at yet. And so we ended up rebuilding everything. So we are back open for business in the boarding. And I did the training. Kelly rides some colts, does some day work. If you need help on the ranch, he just phone call away. And that's kind of what we do. But I give lessons. If you have a dog that you want to learn some of this stuff with, or you have a dog that's been trained for you that you can't get along with,
Go over here real quick.
Push it where you're
As we were helping them get the cattle inside, I was talking with Kelly, and you know, he was giving me the lowdown and stuff, and I was letting him know about Sadie. And since they're nearby, we're going to hook up and see what they can do with Sadie, and hopefully we can get her trained up Cause she likes going after those rabbits and stuff, but I like to be able to make sure that, you know, if we need her to, I don't know, I'm gonna talk with them more since they're not too far, they're our neighbors. Like she said, the tornado came through Paws and Claws in Claremore, but there was another one here in Pryor too. And anyways, so Kelly and I've exchanged numbers and stuff like that. Well, he's going to actually send me his information in an email to my card that I gave him. And I'm going to hook up, and I'll have this here as a reference as well. And see what they can do with Sadie, you know. So I'm just kind of stick around over here because they want to have help getting their cattle back on the trailer. Oh, I got to go around the other way. They got it blocked off. So I wanted to show a little bit of what they do. Kim and I will hook up with them later on, and I got that blocked off here. I'm stuck in the cage. I can't get out. So anyways, we'll see where it goes with training Sadie. She's a good dog, man. She really is. And I just wanted to be able to have commands and stuff that I could make sure she listens well, because I don't want her to get hit since we're on a main road. And I can't whistle anymore, so see what happens.
In there, don't judge.
That's all right. We're talking about how cute her little stand is and all that. This is our second time here. And when I opened up my vape/coffee house, you know, you had to do all the 4 compartments things. Well, one for washing, one for prepping and all that other stuff. But she let me inside here to show you guys her little sinks. Oh man, I might smack my head in here. Yep, I'm gonna hit my head. Hold on. All right, I'm 6 foot, so I'm gonna go right there. The serving trays. They cut them out to make them fit. Oh wow, they're dimpled in. I'll be darned. That is so cool. It's a neat little setup, man. I'm telling you. I like this. It is a neat little setup. Now you saw how tall I was, and I was in there like this.
Yes.
Now let me get up against these two.
We fit perfect in there.
This is a great idea.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's fun.
Now you guys go anywhere else? And
Yes, we do events all over.
Nice.
So we've been to the Corner Peach Festival is one of our favorites. That's a big one. We go to street races.
where are you from?
Weber's Falls.
Where's that?
Down south of I-40, about 2 hours east of Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Right on. Well, thank you for letting me see it.
Yeah, no problem.
And it looks like they actually punched out the holes for the drains so they dimpled them in.
So underneath here, you're welcome to check it out. We've got an on-demand water heater. We've got tanks, just like a camper would.
Yep. Look at that. Nice little setup.
So we've got hot water, all the plumbing we need.
Great. So who dimpled them? I'm a predator. I'm afraid.
Yup. That thing's been a trooper. We
Yeah.
had no issues with it.
Well, they're good if you don't abuse them, like trying to live off the grid.
Yes.
Like some people I know.
Right.
Yeah, they're great. This is a cute little setup. Right on. Well, thank you for letting me
You're
see
welcome.
that. Real quick, too, they turn this trailer right here into a small little shop. And go ahead. I'll cut you out. And when I was in Topanga Canyon, out there at Whitfield Mall, in the center they would take like the 1950s style bread trucks, you know, the big ones where they would have racks of bread, and stuff, delivery trucks, and turn them into that, you know, clothing, little kiosk clothing stores and stuff. I thought that was a cool idea. But, you know, the coffee and tea and lemonade stand and all that, a little tiny horse trailer, mini horse trailer. That's a cool thing. It's a cool idea. Alrighty. Well, to end the video of the Okie Homesteading Expo, I was able to snag that trailer. Nobody saw me do it. No, I'm just kidding. I This is a repeat of what I'm gonna be saying for tomorrow's video, but anyways, what happened is that the wife and I, we took off after helping out, went and grabbed something to eat, came back, and these folks here could not get the trailer lights working. So I said, just bring it over to the house. So that's what they did. Anyways, I said, just do some. If you can't fix it, at least you guys can pick it up in the daytime. And anyways, so they'll give us a call when they're ready. I told them, don't worry about it. I can be here all week. I don't care. Take care of what you got to do. So as far as the Okie Homestead, the wife and I, she just showed up. She showed up. The wife and I, we had a good time. Next year, I think we're going to just pay for our tickets so we can get more classes and stuff. Yeah, there's so much stuff to learn and so many people to talk to. And this last time, our schedules were from 11:45 to 4:30, something like that.
No, 11:45 to 4:45.
Okay. I'll go off
But
15
check in
minutes.
at 11:20.
Right. And it's hard for us to get there first thing in the morning. Unless I get up early, I can do the morning parking lot, which is better for me. But I can get a lot of the stuff, stuff that we need to get done around here. And she can take care of the dogs in the morning and everything else. And I can be over there to at least see what's going on. But then that makes for a long day, too. And having a bad hip, no bueno. But other than that, you had Zach Bauer, you had Joel Salatin, you had all kinds of people. There was people demonstrating how to grow mushrooms. You know what? Go to the Okie Homestead Expo site and look at all the people that are there, and then pull them up, and look at what they do. I got to tell you, there's just so much information, and we enjoy it. This is our 4th year.
Yeah. They've done it for 4 years, and we've been there 4 years.
So 22, 23, 24, 25.
The first year they scheduled for 2020, and everything shut down, so they couldn't do it.
All right.
2021.
So anyways, I'm going to bring the end to this video of the Okie Homesteading Expo, and we appreciate you guys watching. You all be well, be blessed.